Well, a pleasant good night to each and every one of you once again. Today is October the 5th. I want to bring to your attention about third world politics, especially in a country called Georgetown, Guyana. As you might be looking at it here right now, this is the map of Guyana. And it's a wonderful country, beautiful, 83,000 square miles with less than a million people. Most populated East Indian of India, who was there for over 200 years, and the blacks from Africa who came there by slavery, Portuguese, Chinese, and the Dagla, which is a mixed race, and the native Indian. By saying that, this map got a beautiful quotation. I love my country, Guyana. It is beautiful for everyone to say they love their country. There's nothing wrong with that. But when your country don't love you, then you got an issue. This one also said, let's build Guyana together. How can we build a country together when there is racism, corruption, destruction, and obstruction of justice? I got a message for the politician. Under the late Fos Burnham, there was a lot of destruction, corruption, darkness towards a nation that caused many East Indian and other races to fled the country. Many went to Venezuela, Suriname, Canada, America, and elsewhere. We cannot deny history and what happened. Then we had the late Cheddi Jagan, a man who East Indian claimed that was the Mahatma Gandhi of their country. That's a leader. That was their God. Yet Guyana could not come out of its racial tone and corruption. Then we had another one. I don't even count this man Haidt a good man. Then we had another one, Barra Jack Diom. Corruption and destruction to the highest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is plain to see a beautiful country run by immigrants, children of immigrants, and cheap labor and slavery, which they have no excuse. That's not their fault. It happens. And we all have to begin somewhere. Now we have a new leader, a man by the name of David Granger, a military commander. What happened in Georgetown, Guyana, that I'm telling you, it is fair. There's so much corruption. The court, corrupt lawyers are bribing corrupt judges. Innocent men and women are being placed behind bars. From the magistrate court to the Supreme Court. Yet for all, we talk about justice. We wanted justice. You've been denied your own fare. Take an example, a man like George Correa. I was sued, me and my brother were sued for our own property by an Indian guy, Mr. Ali, Yasin Ali. 13 years had passed, the case did not come to light. They had it hidden. Unfortunately, we tried hard and bring it up back. It went to court again. And the judge ruled against us, and her name is Insan Ali. If this woman is such a person to give justice, we was not allowed to speak. You got a lawyer got to speak for you. They have to interpret the law in an English-speaking country. You cannot say what happened. The transport is showing the claim, but yet the judge closed a blind eye on it. I want that judge to know, like many more, land does not decrease in size, width, or length. It decreases in price. And it do not increase once there is a boundary, like Venezuela versus Guyana for territory that either side don't have a right claim to because it's a Amerindian country. Like Suriname claiming New River, and we almost say the same thing. Judge Insan Ali, the honorable as they like to be called in Guyana, these judges think they are God gift. Yes, my lordship and my warship and whatever ship. I want people to understand clearly. This bullshit have to stop. In a civilized society, I wanted a law that when judges and lawyers rule on a dollar bill and join hands in corruption to deny a man or a woman justice, such lawyers and judges must face a trial and if convicted, must be executed according to law. And I said it again, they must be executed according to law because they are the law-abiding citizen. Those are the ones who swear in to give justice, and they should not deny justice. If any politician got hands in it, by using their influence by telling a judge or a magistrate what to do and how to do it, because they may not like somebody because you speak out against them. Man or woman must be tried, the politician. If found guilty, the law must be executed to give justice. So, ladies and gentlemen, all I'm talking about is justice. How can we build a Guyana with racism, corruption, and destruction? How can we build a Guyana when the government does not like to hear the truth and the opposition? What these jokers don't understand, nothing lasts forever, no man lives forever. When the PNC was ruling, the blacks said, the coolie said, black people rule. When the coolie, which is the East Indian, get the power, the black people cry and say, coolie ruling, which is East Indian. This is not a country that no civilized society, human being want to live in with a racial tension. These two fools got to understand that they are not in India and Africa, and every man need justice. I wanted a law that when a politician break the law, man or woman, the law must take its rightful place. And if so be the case, the law must be executed in the right way. Don't take side. You lock up an innocent black man or woman or an Indian man or woman because they are poor and they cannot fight back. And a lot of Guyana lawyers need to stand trial for major corruption. They sold people case out. They make a lot of people cry and go to jail innocently, lost their property. I am calling on David Granger, the man who says he's not Burnham, and I know that, to look into your court system and give justice. I have a message for all of you. You might hurt me. You might even kill me. You got your life, you got your children on and your grandchildren on. Don't turn us into savages when we are decent human beings. A lot of innocent people get jailed wrongfully. You Indian judges who see a dollar bill and deny people justice, you should be ashamed of yourself. You corrupt lawyers who talk you're representing people and selling their case and deny them justice, you should be ashamed, because it will come a time you will have to answer. This is not a threat. We are living in a civilized society. You cannot run away anymore. You use the law with the police and the military to do your nasty work, to kill people when they speak out against you. I call upon the American government, the Canadian, the British, and the Caribbean heads of government to start to look into Guyana judicial system and sanction this country, for it is not worthwhile to be a part of the Commonwealth or to take part in the international community. When a human being is denied the common thing as justice, and the country in which they live cannot protect them, and the government becomes the enemy of justice itself, we got a dictator system and a corrupt regime if it's a part of this new generation. I call upon you, the people of Guyana, to stand up with me. Speak out. If you do not want to fight the government by demonstration and oppose them, then it is easy to say, let's support the Venezuelan government because we may speak a different language and we may get justice, or Suriname, or Brazil, or anybody else. Why we cannot do it the way it is done? If a woman is living with a man and they can't get along, and they're married, they will have a divorce. Court will order it. So if you cannot live in the country of Guyana because there's no justice, and Venezuela can offer you justice, or Suriname or Brazil, you don't think we should join them? Because we're not getting nowhere in the country where we born. We love the country. We want to develop it. But can we develop it with fear and anger? Can we develop it when one black man go against a coolie man, which is an Indian? And you all fight in your politics and hurting people who speaking out against you? I call upon the international community to start to look into this. Many cases in Guyana went wrong. Judges take bribe and lock up innocent people, deny them justice. I, George Karai, is a victim into that as much as my son. And I know what's going on. But these men and women who are doing these wrong things, they got family, they got children. It will be a never-ending battle. I am not threatening you. I'm looking for justice like any civilized society. First, thank you for listening, and I will continue the verse 2 into this because I'm pissed off.